Welcome back. Episode 4 of the Seldomly Often podcast, aka FragTalk. Here with me, I have my usual buddies. I have John, I have Luke, and I have Mo. Today, we're going to be doing something different. As I mentioned in the last episode, there was something planned that didn't really work out just because logistics and shipping don't really comply. But today, we will be bringing you a collective sampling session, and we will be sampling the X line from Nishane. Very, very interesting. Uh, Mo, just give it a go. Just present what we're doing and why.
Of course. Welcome back to FragTalk, everyone. Today we're going to be going through the Nishane X Collection Discovery Set. You guys have asked us to do some first impressions together. We all do first impressions separately, but this should be great fun. There's 6 different perfumes here. We have Hacivat X, Annie X, 100 Silent Ways X, Tuberoza X, Fan Your Flames X, and Wulong Cha. What we're going to do is we're going to give you our first impressions on Strip, and if we have some time, we'll talk about the dry down as well. Should be great fun. I know you guys have requested this in the comments, so we've gone for Nishane X. We actually struggled to find a set that we had all
Yes.
experienced.
Yes, this format is actually it's fun. I mean, I'm already forecasting fun. This will be super cool. And I bet that it's going to be a blast to see. And it would give you probably a really comprehensive first impression idea of what these fragrances are. But it's actually really hard to find a set that is like common to everyone, that is fairly affordable. Like we want to keep it sustainable. And also that ships everywhere, right? Because we live in different places. So yeah, cool. So my set is completely sealed, and I have zero experience with the X line. I have never smelled anything from this line. I have some familiarities with the normal line. I've smelled Hacivat, I smelled Ani, Fan Your Flames, Wulong Cha. What I'm missing is the original version of 100 Silent Ways and Tuberoza. But again, I've never really owned any of these except for Fan Your Flames. That one there I let go a good while ago. So my memories are a little bit hazy. This is all very, very new to me, and I'm going to be approaching this in the most open-minded way possible. Nishane to me is a cool brand. I like the brand, but these offerings are a little bit, well, they're objectively a little bit more commercial, right? Nishane goes a little bit more commercial. They're trying to appeal, and that's absolutely fine. I think that they're still a cool brand. Some of these fragrances are indeed pretty good. I think that Ani is objectively a good fragrance if you want like an easier going vanilla. Mo doesn't like it, but I think it's pretty good. And Hacivat, people love it. It's probably the more popular one out of these 6. And also Wulong Cha is, I like it a lot. I think that that's the best one. I think that that's the best one in my opinion. It's the one that is the most normal, but it's incredibly wearable. It has good performance. I like it a lot. John, what are your impressions? On to you.
Okay, so I have extensive experience with all 5 of the originals. I have never tried the Tuberoza, so the Tuberoza X will be a complete new experience for me. 2 of the X line I've tried, but I've been wearing the originals the entire last week. Just 5 here, so I've been like sniffing them curiously, putting them on my arm, wearing them. A lot of experience with Wulong Cha personally, and I have like half a bottle just taken care of already. It was, if you follow me, it was one of my most calming fragrances. So I tend to go towards that, on my own, like opportunistically. I'll just grab the bottle. So I'm looking forward to trying Wulong Cha X, but I have a feeling that it's going to be really hard to beat my pre.
Oh, so you never tried that?
No, not X. No, I
I'm
tried
very
the. I
curious,
tried
very curious about your
Hacivat.
impression.
I've tried Hacivat X and Ani X, and I will reveal how I feel about that a little bit
Yeah.
later. But yeah, definitely have a lot of experience with these 5, and I'll try to loosely compare them if I can as we're going each one.
And in general with Nishane?
Nishane is I guess, an entry level niche house. I'd say they're very safe with their creations. I don't think that they're super risky with the main ones that everyone hears about. There's a few that you guys have covered for sure on your channels. Definitely check that out too, like Unatamam and the other. There's a few other ones that are
Yeah, those
a little
are
bit,
some are cool, some are really
yeah,
interesting.
a little bit more creative, daring out there. But they definitely have a central, commercialized kind of creative process that they want you to be not intimidated, I guess, to go into this niche realm. So I guess I'll hand it off to Mo.
Yeah, firstly, I'm glad you have a lot of experience with the normal ones because I don't have huge experience with them. And I think it'd be really valuable for you to kind of give a bit of a comparison because I'm sure a lot of the viewers will be like, well, should I get this one or the original? So it's really awesome that you smelled them very recently. Nishane with me, I mean, it's so 50-50. Like, with Nishane, when I sample them, I just don't know what I'm going to get. But I know that I'm either going to really love it or really just think, what is this? It's not my thing. I own a few bottles at the moment. I own Sultan Vetiver, which
This
is
is awesome.
a rock star vetiver. Like, it's so
Awesome.
intense. I own Credo, which is kind of like a funky oud wood, a bit oody. And I own Unusalam, which is amazing. I have a review of that out soon, actually.
Isn't it good?
It's so good.
Right?
I really wanted to hate it, but
No, it's amazing.
it's so
I'm
good.
glad I sourced a bottle for you because that's super cool.
Oh, I love the Oud Wood Credo video that you made recently. Is really good.
Really, really good fragrances. But then there's some that I just think, I can't believe this is hyped. I just don't get it.
You did an early, like one of your first videos was a review for the Fougere one, the B683 or something like that.
It's 1-2, I believe. I've said that word so many times. That's how I
Oh
remember.
no, the 683 is the Marc Antoine Badois one. Yeah.
1-2. And I was really upset about that because, I'm a big fougere head, right? I have so many fougères that you have to be just a half decent fougere and I'll buy you. Like, you know what I mean? The standard to enter my collection as a fougere is very low. Like, if you're just slightly good, you stay. And I just didn't get that. It was full of the synthetic cashmere wood thing. It was very loosely a fougere. Also, the story behind it was ridiculous and just sounded like it was just made up.
Like the Little Prince thing.
Yeah, like it's inspired by The Little Prince, which is some kind of children's book about how he's gone to this comet and he lives there now. And like, what does the fougere have anything?
The book, by the way, is amazing. By the way,
Yeah,
the book is really great. I don't really know how that ties into the.
his friend is a rose, right, in the book, but then there's no rose
Yeah.
in it. So I'm like, well, maybe you should have made a rose perfume. It would have made sense. Or maybe you should have made something that smells like outer space or metallic. But I was really upset about that. But anyway, it was definitely a negative review.
Luke, what's your experience with Nishane in general? Do you know any of the base lines? Have you smelled the X lines?
Actually, I went to the Nishane shop in Paris last year, I think, so 1 year ago. And I think I didn't try all of them, but the woman that was there introduced me to many fragrances. And I even actually purchased a tiny sample set of 4 fragrances. But the problem was that the sprayers were so bad, and I mean so bad, that I tried to smell one of them and it didn't spray at all. And so I just discarded everything, and it's now sitting on my shelf it has been sitting on my shelf for I think 1 year or something like that. But
So you didn't know which ones they were?
I think I had Neps. I'm pretty sure I have Neps. I wanted to try Neps, and no, it's just over there. I can reach it if you're interested. But
I mean, if you don't really have experience with them, it doesn't really make sense. But
no, I don't actually. That was this day altogether was a sniffing spree, and I just tried like 6 different shops in Paris and smelled maybe like 50 different fragrances. So I don't remember anything. I've never owned a bottle of Nishane. And I know I have smelled something like Hacivat just out of curiosity and because of the hype. But I know it's like a Creed Aventus inspiration, shall we say.
no disagrees.
Yeah, now I'm a big Aventus lover from like Aventus, one of the few perfumes actually got me into the hobby when I was younger. And I've owned so many countless Aventus inspired perfume. And I've said Hacivat was one of the most disappointing ones. Like even Zara Vibrant Leather, which by the way costs £10, and I finished a bottle and a half of it when I was younger. It's an amazing one. It lasts like 2 hours, right? But for £10, you can't go wrong. Even that was kind of more Aventus. They kind of went for an Aventus inspired rather than Aventus clone, right? But then they had this synthetic moss as the base. whilst Aventus goes for this birchy, leathery, chypre kind of base. And the moss they used, I found, was super harsh, synthetic. It just fell apart in the dry down. Also, I did not get any performance out of it. I'm almost certain it's because I'm nose blind to something in there. But everyone says, oh, it's like Aventus lasts about 4 to 6 hours. This lasts like 14. Honestly, I would go nose blind after like a couple of hours.
All right, I think we dive into this. And by the way, my expectations for the set is that among the ones that I smelled, I'm expecting the X line to be like brighter, more airy. Not really sure, but specifically for, I think I've heard Hacivat X being a little bit less like bro, less masculine. And also the Ani X being a little bit more airy and a little bit more fresh. I'm not really sure about Wulong Cha
Actually, I
or Fang Your
remember.
Flames, but I'm expecting a little bit more freshness. So I'm expecting a lot of wearability from these. All right, let's unbox the set. I mean, if you guys unbox it, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember I remember the cashier of the seller at the Nishane. She spoke about the X line, and she said, if I remember correctly, that the point of this X line was, if you take like the masculine fragrances, the point of the X line was to make their a bit more feminine, so the masculine a little bit more feminine, and the one that leaned a little bit more feminine, the point was to try to make them a bit more masculine. That's what
Interesting.
I was told.
I like it. I don't mind that. Also, I'm not necessarily a huge fan. I have to say it up front. I know it's trivial, but I don't like the name. I know it's like 10 years of Nishane or whatever, but it just feels like really lame. Feels like really lazy to me. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the name and the rehash and like the flanker situation. So whatever.
The thing is, though, it's a 10-year anniversary, but I think the interesting part is that they have done a flanker of their most popular ones, but it's done by a different perfumer. And it's meant to be these popular, cool perfumers, right? Like some Ruskin.
Aren't these the same perfumers as the original ones?
I'm not sure.
I think that for example, the Ani X is still by Cecilia Tarokian.
Oh, okay, cool.
For sure. All right. Presentation of the set is actually not that bad. The set was actually fairly affordable. We got this, and it's 6 fragrances for about 35-ish bucks, something like that. So not horrible, not that great. It's only 6 fragrances, but I've seen worse. And the set itself opens up like this, and they're all individually packed fragrances. And I say we go left to right. My first fragrance is, what is this? Actually, I have Fan Your Flames X. I'm wondering if you guys have the same.
Yep.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, Fan Your Flames X, yeah.
All right. I think that we should start from that. Although it doesn't necessarily feel like the good start. It doesn't feel like the appropriate start. I don't know why.
The fun ones.
Sorry, what?
The other side has Annie and Hacivat next to each other.
Do you want to keep the hyper ones for later?
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't really mean much given the fact that I barely remember what they smell like. All right. So how we're going to do this is we're going to be spraying it on paper, as Mo said, and we're going to be giving it a moment for us to just form opinions. Then we're going to go around and talk about what we get.
I'm going to spray the original and the X. And
yeah, you have the opportunity, so please do so. All right. Let's see what this is all about.
They're all extrait de parfum, which is interesting. That's different.
No, they're all extrait, even the base ones. All of them. All the Nishane fragrances are extraits.
I don't know.
So this is Fan Your Flames X. Wow. I was like, what the hell is this? It smells like nothing like the original.
It smells blue to me.
Right? It smells.
Yeah.
It's like it's completely different. Wait, give me a minute.
I almost want to jump right in.
All right, I think I'm ready.
Yep.
So it's way different than the original, first of all, in my opinion. I own the original. The original is one of the first reviews that I ever put out. I think it's like review number 2 or 3 or something like that. And I distinctly remember what the original smells like. I remember saying that the original was this representation of this pirate-themed costume party. something like that. It felt like pirates and or rum, and it had that distinct boozy coconut rum thing, like the Malibu, you know? It smelled like that. It smelled like that, and it smelled like wood, like that and wood and just like alcohol and booze and fun. This one here smells, I get some coconut. I'm starting to get the coconut like after like 20, 30 seconds, but it's much more sunscreeny. It's much more feminine. It's smooth. It's like a sunscreen scent. It feels like a vacation scent. It's much lighter. There's almost no booze. I don't think I get any booze. There's maybe a little bit of woodiness, but it's more akin to something like sandalwood, in my opinion. It's like very creamy and smooth. It's quite feminine, actually. I don't mind it. It's interesting. It's smooth. I wouldn't buy it.
I'm not a fan of this. I'll be honest with you guys. Okay, this smells like a Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Mal Elixir type thing, where it's like it's sweet, it's kind of bluish, kind of thing going on. It's synthetic as hell. I mean, the original,
Yes.
I never owned the original, okay, but the original was quite unique, quite interesting, and quite niche. But this is giving me very much designer, like high street chemist. You just walk into the pharmacy and like this is one of those brands is there.
Yeah, the original was much more niche smell. The original was like, in my opinion, like the best, like one of the best entry level niche fragrances because it was like one of those fragrances that you smell and you're like, wow, this smells super unique, you know?
There's a lot of coconut in this, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The link to the others, but there's not. I'm not getting any tobacco, which I think was a big part of the OG, like a boozy tobacco. I think, if I remember correctly, the normal one.
I don't remember the tobacco note. I remember booze and wood and coconut, obviously. Luke.
Yeah, it's very pleasant, but it's a bit like flat. Like Mo, I think you're right. It's one of Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Mal flanker, like a bit more like as you said, the coconut. I can smell the coconut. It's very sweet. It's quite pleasant. I wouldn't mind smelling that, but it is also like it reminds me a little bit of the Aaron Terrence Hughes, but like toned down. It's very
You have a ton of those, so
yeah. I have a ton of those. Yeah, and but pal, like really tuned down.
like a designer plus fragrance.
Yeah, exactly. A designer plus fragrance. Yes. Yeah. It's quite feminine. For me, I could wear this.
I don't have any issues wearing more feminine scents, but this does lean objectively a little bit more feminine.
Yeah, totally. For me, like it's really the coconut is for me like really an easy association with more
Yeah.
like feminine leaning fragrances. Yes, totally.
John, your verdict compared to the original.
This is a tough one, guys, but the easiest and most blatant thing I could say comparing these is that the original has more personality, a little bit more, well, a lot more personality. It kind of is defining its own thing. I think this X version is not bad smelling at all, but it doesn't have that punch that the other one has. The original has a spicy component to it, like like a grabbing, attention grabbing component, like a brisk kind of tropical fragrance with this very unique thing that I haven't really smelled in a lot of these tropical style fragrances. It's pretty feminine though on both, but I'd say the X for me I would never consider getting personally compared to the original. Now I don't really like the original that much in this entire lineup, but I think my mom would. You know what I mean? I
But
think
don't you
like
find the original like boozy, like super boozy?
yeah, it's got this more like fun aspect to it. It's more fun. It's more deliberately fun. It's not trying to be like really pretty for everyone, but people who like this Fan Your Flames original are gonna be in love with it. If it's like if you had to choose between the two and you want something with a little bit more personality, a little bit, I feel like it's gonna perform better too. I mean, the original performs really well. It's just it's one of
Yeah.
those stick
Yeah,
around.
I have to confirm that that's true.
The X feels more like airy and like smooth and rounded, but the original just has more definitive personality to it. The original's got a lot more slap to it. Yeah, I like it better, the original. That's my verdict.
Anything to add, you guys, before we move on?
I can't possibly recommend this, guys. Especially for the price. Are these more expensive than the regular line? I don't know.
Yes. I mean, I don't think they were meant to be more expensive, but they're definitely more expensive at discounters because maybe they're newer.
And final
These go
thoughts.
for like 200-ish bucks around here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, same here, I think. So, in final thoughts on my end, there's one more thing to add. The X feels more safe, and what Mo said about like that kind of countertop designer Macy's smell, it has that nondescript smell to it that really
Yeah.
generically, like, I don't know what it is. It's like vapid. It's a vapid smelling, like empty smell.
I bet that this would perform amazingly though. This smells potent. Smells
The
like one of those things
original,
that would stick around for a long time.
I think the original would
Again, it's
far,
synthetic as hell, so yeah.
like, I don't think they're neck and neck. I think the original's far superior, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I think
And
so too.
I don't even care for the actual smell, but
Cool. All right. What's the other one there?
A Wulong Cha X.
Oh yes, I'm very
Wulong Cha,
excited for this one.
probably.
I have high
Really
hopes.
tough.
And I think that I really like the original actually. The original is solid. It's like a nice citrusy scent with like tea in there. Really potent, really good longevity, super bright. I really like it. I didn't mind it at all. It's one of those few that I got a 5 ml of and I wore the whole thing. It was just like really easy to wear. You can just overspray the hell out of it.
The original really reminds me of my honeymoon, actually. I went to a few Asian countries, one of which is Singapore, and it smells like the hotel lobby of the place we stayed at.
That's something that everyone says.
It's in the best way possible, but it's so true. I'm gonna spray this.
This is super good. I like it. I like it. I mean, we'll get to that in a sec, but
Okay.
Who's going first, boys?
I don't know.
I have to say, I don't remember it being this floral, the original.
No.
This has like a white floral thing going on.
Exactly.
For me, it's
So,
very, very soapy.
according to what Luke said, the masculine ones became feminine, the feminine ones became masculine. I'm not necessarily sure if Wulong Cha was ever considered masculine, but this was here is definitely more feminine. But it's nice. This kind of reminds me of the Guerlain Aqua Legoria line. It's like very smooth. Obviously, Guerlain is even more smooth and more high quality. It trades off smoothness and quality for potency.
This is like a.
This actually. Oh, go ahead, Mo. My bad.
I'm getting a lot of jasmine tea. There is definitely the citrusy thing, but the other one is kind of a green tea with lemon. This is kind of a jasmine tea. And I really don't like jasmine tea, I'll be honest with you.
You know what I find super interesting? And this, I think, that is something very, very important to address in reviews in general, that people tend to focus on certain notes. So, for example, my brain is like zoning in on citruses in here. And all I'm picturing is this sweet clementine mandarin thing. I barely get any jasmine. I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't focus on it. Like the mandarin is definitely a sort of show to me.
Yeah, that initial opening was heavily white floral soapy, like Mo and Luke mentioned that, and that's the first thing I picked up on too. But now,
There's a lot of orange blossom, neroli kind of thing.
yeah, that kind of thing.
I don't mind it at all.
I don't mind it either, but
I mean, it's something that I would definitely like. I wouldn't necessarily reach for, but I could easily pull off in the summer. I would have zero problems wearing this. This is very, very pleasing. And again, it smells potent. I smelled a lot of scents which have a similar sort of signature, like this. And one of them is like Zerjov Neo. And that one there is probably the best version of this that I smelled.
there's something in here that reminds me of this fragrance too. This Narciso Rodriguez. It reminds
It's
me
probably
of
like the muskiness of it, like the
with it,
towel, the fluffy towel vibe of it,
yeah,
like soapy clean.
that fresh white floral soapy thing that's kind of like dancing around with this one. It reminds me of this one a lot.
I don't
Like,
mind it, and I definitely prefer it to Fan Your Flames X for
yeah,
sure. 100%. I think I still prefer the original from my memory. And John, you know the original very, very well. What's your take?
Well, I've worn the original a lot. I mean, I wore it on my wedding day. It was a pretty important fragrance to me. Um, I wore about half this bottle, so about 50 mLs down, almost. I like the original better, but it might be because of my vast experience with the original. But if I had to compare the two, the X has more going on. It just has less simplistic. Like I feel like the original is just more simplistic, more natural smelling, and less perfumey. I mean, it does have a nice aspect to it, but it's got this calming kind of distinct thing. It doesn't really have soapy cleanliness or anything like that. Where the X version really does play
Yeah,
into
this
that
is
sort
very
of
perfumey. You're right.
white floral, perfumey,
You're
soapy
right.
thing. It's definitely more femme, but I feel like it's fresh. You know, it's just a deliberately fresh fragrance. Whereas I don't think that the original is setting out to just be this like fresh, cure all. Doesn't really just do that soapy thing. It's a more natural
I
smell.
think that the original is more focused on like citruses and those citruses that contrast with that green tea note or whatever that Wulong tea note is.
It's great. I love the original. I probably would always get the original. A little disappointed in the X. This is the one I had experience with already, so this is a refresher for me. But the added florals don't really do anything for me. I don't know what I would personally recommend or look for. Maybe a spicier version or a more citrusy where I don't know. But the
Luke,
original just
what's
for
your
me.
take?
My take, I really feel like the soapiness. To me, it really smells like a girl's shampoo. You know,
It does.
I'm in there.
and for me,
Now that
it's
you mention it, I cannot unsee it. Oh my God.
yes, but it's really like this. You know, my girlfriend, she comes out of the shower, she will smell
Oh my
or
God,
something
yes.
like that.
You're right.
Very soapy.
And it's hard for me to get past that. I do get a little bit of the wetness of the tea, you know, or almost like you open the bathroom and you have like almost steam coming out.
Yeah.
I think that's what they want to do with this fragrance, and it reminds me of the tea line of Floraiku. I don't know if you've heard.
I mean, I have a couple samples, but I never really tried
Yeah,
the
I've tried quite a few of their offerings. I had it was one of the shops. It was the last shop I went to in my sniffing spree in Paris. They do this wetness of the tea that can be a bit weird. I think they do it better than that. And for me, actually, I have to say that I prefer the Vanille Flamme X compared to this one.
Really?
Yes, yes. This one for me, it's just like, yeah, it's shampoo. And I don't smell anything past that. I'm a little bit stuck at this shampoo impression. And I struggle to go behind it. Maybe on skin, it would be a bit more, a bit deeper.
Yeah, I just can't.
I,
Fanya Flames X is just a no for me. It's like a strong no. Mo, what's your opinion?
This is a nice smell. Okay. But I don't think it's particularly impressive or unique. There's definitely a lot of neroli or slash orange blossom. I think that's the same thing, isn't it? And a lot of,
I don't know. People might disagree. I basically use them interchangeably.
yeah, maybe neroli to me is maybe a bit more soapy and green rather than orangey. But anyway, this is jasmine, neroli, and citruses, and I do get a bit of that astringent tea just right at the back. Like you just catch it right at the end. To me, the original from my memory is a lot better. The original is much more zen and atmospheric and relaxing. This is a freshy take on it. There's so many neroli, soapy, jasmine perfumes. I think like Louis Vuitton have to.
Yeah.
Maybe if you smell the women's lines, I have, and they smell exactly like this. This is not interesting, and it's still nice, but it's not exactly breaking the boundaries. This is a very basic scent profile. That's quite common.
I kind of see these backwards. Like this one, the original has more identity. It would make sense to me if it was like backwards. You know what I mean? Like the X version being the original and the original being the more mass appealing first version. It feels like a step back, I feel like a step backward, not a step forward from them. Not to be too critical or nitpicky, but for me, that's
Uh,
how I feel.
I don't know. I mean, like the thing that Luke said about the sense kind of going feminine or masculine. I think it's like on point. For now, I would say on point. This is like the more feminine version of Wulong Cha. Not that that was super masculine or anything like that, but this is definitely more shampoo-ish.
Yeah,
I don't mind it. I don't mind it, but yeah, it's way overpriced.
The X is sharper, right?
No, I think the original is sharper. It's way more like bitter citrus, like sour citrus.
Yeah, that
Again, this is pure memory here. I never owned the bottle, and I only sprayed the 5 ml decant.
I feel personally, for my own subjective stuff, is it feels like the same thing that happened with X and the original Fan Your Flames. It kind of like didn't add to its personality. It just, if it was backwards, it would make more sense to me. The same thing the other way.
Okay. All right. Next one, I think that will be very, very new to everyone because I have never smelled the original. And I think that Tuberoza is not a particularly popular one. I don't even know why they did the X version. I've never heard anyone talk about the original, but I like Tuberoz. It's a floral that I really like. I think that it's pretty heavy. It's sometimes it can be extremely heavy and creamy, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't like tuberose, to be honest with you guys.
You don't like Tuberoz?
Yeah, I mean, I like cardinal flower. That's the only one that I can even tolerate.
But that is particularly fresh.
That's
It's a fresh tuberose.
Yeah, it's very green and natural smelling.
Yeah.
I mean, this one I was looking forward to the least because I'm scared of the name. And after the first two, I mean, my flame of excitement is definitely not being flat. It's gone, guys.
I can't compare these because I don't
smell this in the air. This is potent.
I don't have the original, so there will be no comparison on this one for me.
It's potent, Luke, huh?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
I like this one more than the other two so far.
So, all right, I'm ready to go.
Hit it.
I like tuberose. It's a floral which can be very pillowy, can be very furry, and very thick. And this one here is not as thick. So, for example, Nishane, they have a tuberose fragrance which is Shinanai, which is one of those experimental ones. That is thick, like thick and heavy and creamy and really, really wintry. Not even winter, it's just like exceedingly base heavy. This one here has a lot of that, but it adds a lot of air to it. Maybe artificially so. Maybe a little bit of shampoo, like in a similar way to the Wulong Cha X. Has a little bit of that feminine sort of shampoo vibe. It's not bad, but this is, I think that this is very feminine. I think that this is very feminine. I'm not really sure about the original release, but I think that that one there is also very feminine. And I have no idea what that smells like, so I have zero comparisons whatsoever. It's a little bit monotone, there's not really much going on. Usually when there's monotone scents like this, I like to delve into the various details of the ingredients, how you can sometimes like the single note kind of breaks down into subnotes. This one here is not really doing that. I feel that it's a little bit more shampoo-ish. There's this shampoo thing which is kind of like blanketing the tuberose flower. I don't mind it. It smells good. Again, is it Nishane X prices good? Not super unique. Tuberose can be a very, very unique flower and can be paired with interesting ingredients, like the Meofushuni Odor 93. That one there is paired with tobacco. Super interesting and potent. And again, the Shinanai is very, very good. That's paired with like moss and mushroom notes, etc. Super cool. And I have definitely other tuberose scents. And the Cardinal Flower by Frederic Mal, that one there is incredibly dewy and fresh and green. And this is just kind of plain. It's a little powdery. It's okay. It's milky. Mo.
Yeah, it's definitely tuberose, that's for sure. I mean, that's very obvious. But if there's one thing that I'd add is that this has that sweetness, like a candy, flossy kind of thing in the base. You know how no, sorry, what's it called? Wulong Cha X, I said was like the male uh, JPG section of like the designer world. This smells like the female section of the same store. Okay, was it Macy's that John said? This smells like the women's section.
Macy's countertop. Yeah.
Exactly, but this is like on the women's side because there's a lot of white floral women perfumes. Okay, I'm going to be honest. If you are into white florals and you're feminine leaning or want a feminine leaning perfume, okay, just get On a Woman by Amouage. It's absolutely dunks on this one in a crazy way, probably for the same price.
Probably.
Because I've smelled that a lot, actually. A few I got it as a gift for some family members, and it's just I'm pretty sure it's very affordable and
It
discounted.
smells kind of like this.
It smells similar to this, but it's just more like detail. It's like HD, you know. It's like you put your glasses on. I have really bad eyesight. This is like a white floral if I take my glasses off. You know, because it's in this candy floss designer musk thing, right? And it makes you not see the details. It's like pixelated in front of me. But the other white florals that I like, or even tuberose ones that I like Carnal Flower, On a Woman is maybe less tuberose, more jasmine. But you can see the details, like you've zoomed into the flower, and
Yeah.
you know how the flowers have this specific texture. You can see that texture. This one is a bit fuzzy, like a design. You know how designers can be fuzzy and like kind of the musks are kind of synthetic and make the air all textured. I'm getting a lot of that in this.
Yeah, before I said that this shampoo musky thing is kind of like blanketing the details.
Yeah.
It does feel like that, yeah. Luke, what's your impression?
I do agree. For when I first smelled this, I don't know why I thought of some sort of very smooth bubble gum. You know, this kind of very, very clean, not in your face bubble gummy. It's quite pleasant actually. I do like this, but I like tuberose. But as you say, other 90 from Fushuni is really more my taste. I think this one is also quite simple. It sounds like quite linear. It's probably quite potent as well. But no, I like it. I like your adjective, like pillowy. It's really, for me, it's really that. It's
Yeah, side note, I think that by smell alone, first impressions, I feel that these would have zero issues with performance whatsoever.
Yeah.
Any of them.
I agree. I like it. I probably would not wear that because it's 100% feminine for me. But like tuberose in general, it's quite feminine.
John,
Starting to
What's
wonder
your-
what this dry down's going to be, because it feels like it's changing. So it would be one of those fragrances that I wouldn't have, but I feel like again, my mom would really like this. This would be a really good gift for her. This is just my subjective in a vacuum. I've never tried the original, so I can't compare them. This is the only one I don't have. I kind of like it, but I get what everybody's saying about it. It does have this like muffled, like great, like
I think that they're trying to take the tuberose, which is usually very heavy, and they're trying to artificially like dilate it by inflating something in there which is like airy, and it's giving it a lot of like fluff, like a candy floss fluff or something like that.
yeah. It has like in the least words possible that airy candy fluff does have this natural flower kind of thing, just like lingering in it. It's not really prominent enough to say that, but if I smelled this in the air, I would think flowers and like not cotton candy, but something like that.
But have you ever smelled a real life tuberose? Because it does not smell like this at all.
No, but it makes me think of just generic flowers.
A real life tuberose has like this sort of scent profile, but it's like so heavy that it almost smells rancid. It almost smells like over ripened, you know? It's like almost stinky.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
can
one of those
imagine that.
flowers that you pick up and it like stains your hands with like powder. It's
Mhm.
very furry. And they engineered that aspect out of this with like musk. It's like
There's like
a
an
fluffy shampoo musk.
There's a watery component to it for me too. Like it's definitely some kind of watery aspect, like not an aquatic or anything, but something like wet, watery, fluffy.
Yeah, I do get what you mean, John. I do agree with you. Like this watery, yeah.
Watery flower, like lotus or something.
You're right. It's getting more and more water, I think.
It's very common in female perfumes to have watery notes, but it's not aquatic like in our perfumes where it's cologne. For them, it just has this texture, and you're absolutely right. I do get that from this one.
And I think it's
That was
getting
the
more and more
first.
watery, right? Because I
Yeah,
wasn't focusing on that at all. It's like a bubble bath kind of thing.
Yes, with like soapy florally soap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, lychee, whatever they call it.
Uh-huh.
That makes
Yeah, interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
I think I'm getting a bit of that now.
To me, it's like bubble bath. This is like bubble bath smell. I mean, I like bubble bath smell, but I wouldn't necessarily wear it.
I wouldn't wear this.
No, it's
100%.
way too feminine. Come on. Like this is
100% not.
literally like like you mixed up your perfumes. So 100 Silent Ways, I'm not super excited about. I don't know why. I've never even smelled the original, so I just want to kind of get that one out of the way.
Let's
I
do
just
it.
want to end on a positive, on a more positive. So yeah, I think that we shall do 100 Silent Ways. It's the next one in the lineup. Once again, I have never smelled the original. I have no idea what this is about. Do you guys know what this is about? Like, do you know what the theme is?
It's sweet. The original's sweet. That's all I know.
Oh, you have
Very,
it.
very
All right.
sweet.
So you're
Yeah.
gonna give us a comparison.
The original's very sweet. No
All right, let me
spice.
just
It's
spray
very
this
fun.
thing.
It smells very fun. Let's
The
see it.
original apparently was kind of feminine leaning, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's that candy feminine thing.
All right, let's see what this is all about.
This
They're
one is
so
quite
similar.
potent as well.
They're very similar, guys. These are very similar.
They're all
Almost
super
can't
potent,
tell.
huh?
I almost feel like I sprayed the same one on both strips.
So I want to say something, and again, I don't want to. Anyone who is a fan of these, please don't take this as an insult. But I feel that they they took the originals and they blanket it with like soap, bubble bath thing, and shampoo.
I have to respray these because I feel like I just sprayed the same one on the both strips.
Most faces is telling a long story.
I really feel like there's almost no difference. I have to redo the sprays. I feel like I screwed up. It might be no difference, like literally, guys.
So, all right, I'll just break the ice. To me, there's a ton of that like shampoo stuff again. This to me smells the most like that typical Zerjov shampoo accord that I don't like. It has that vanilla shampoo sweet thing in the bottom. The top is a little bit more interesting in my opinion than the Tuberoza. It's less sweet, simply. So it's by default a little bit more nuanced. This goes to show that given the fact that I don't know what this is about, I can't even reach, like with the originals, like the Fan Your Flames, I kind of knew what this was about, etc. So I was like, all right, it's that, but not that. This is like, if you ask me to describe this, I have no idea. It's like this sweet incense, I feel. It's some sort of an incense thing that they're trying to do.
Agreed.
It has like this wispy sort of like really sweet smoke. But again, it's blanketed by this shampoo bubbliness, muskiness thing, which I'm not a huge fan of. Again, this kind of stuff wears extremely well on skin when smelled in the air, and these are potent. So I have zero doubts that these would perform exceedingly well and come across as really, really nice, but really not interesting for me, this one here. I need a hint. Mo, hint me.
Okay, this smells like two things came to mind. Okay, firstly, I started laughing because I was like, why does this exist? But anyway, let's not be a hater. This smells like a gingerbread cookie kind of thing, or like a cinnamon biscuit that is like got a ton of icing sugar on it. But I'm also getting an appley thing. This smells like Layton, but made more feminine to me. This is like a feminine Leighton, PDM Leighton. It's got that apple spice, but no fougere, none of that fougeriness. That's been taken out. So it's an apple spiced apple kind of thing with a ton of sugar on top of it.
I don't get any of that appleness, what you're talking about.
Like a gourmand.
Maybe it's like a very fake, like dusty apple. To me, apple I associate strongly to like the green apple, like the crunchy, fresh apple. And this is nothing like that.
There's a caramelized apple, a little bit.
Yeah, maybe I can get what you're saying though about the feminine version of Leighton. It's true, like less spice, but everything is like Leighton is quite not sharp, but you can. I think the quality of Leighton, especially the Leighton exclusive, is like way higher than this one because you can more like distinguish between the notes. You have more depth, more it's less pixelized, to repeat what has been said. This is like all kind of fluffy vanilla apple cinnamon crust and cookie. It's quite pleasant. I mean, why not? But
it's not a bad smell.
Yeah, it's not a bad smell, but it's again too feminine for my taste. But no, yeah, why not? Why not?
I think we chose a really bad discovery set. Not in general for us, like if I were to blind buy this, I would be super upset. I'll just say that straight up.
I'll compare them really quick if there's the floor, but
yes, please.
This is the first time in the set where I feel like the X is a vast step up from the original.
Really?
Yeah, it's got more things, more little things to check out, a little bit of nuance to it. The original. Now in the opening, I literally had to respray these because I thought I just sprayed the same thing twice. The opening is super close. But now that you give them a little time, there's way more going on in the X than there is in the opening. If you guys are like let down by the X, forget it. Never sample the original. The original is like super flat, like super just like two-tone, not even two-tone. Very designerish, like, that same thing we keep bringing up, that same sweetness, like that everybody's going to like. This isn't bad. This would be another great gift for my mom or my wife. I don't know if she would even like this stuff. It's not bad. The original though, you guys never try the original. You'll be good without it. The X is a step up from the original. Like if you guys were smelling it, you'd say the same. The original is very flat. The X has that incensey texture. He's not too committed though. I feel like it would have been even better if they pushed harder into that direction.
Yeah. To be completely honest, and now I'm smelling Tuberoza X again. Compared to 100 Silent Ways or whatever it's called, I actually prefer the more decisive direction of Tuberoza X. I respect it more. This is like a bubble bath scent, it's okay. The other one is like trying to be too many things, in my opinion.
Pretty girly.
It's like undecisive as hell.
Yeah. Generic. Not bad though.
It's
an upgrade.
It's my least favorite by far.
Definitely an upgrade from the original though. Definitely. If you were underwhelmed by X, do not ever even sample the original. You will be.
I think we should take like 10 seconds to go back to the other ones just to like reframe our mind, just to understand like if we, in relative terms, obviously again, Nishane X, we knew it. They were not really for us, but let's just be as objective as possible. Wulong Cha X is by far, by a landslide, my favorite till now. I think that Hacivat X could really benefit from this sort of soapy treatment. I really did not like that mossy smell of the original, so if that is slightly toned down, I could really appreciate it more.
As far as I'm concerned, I do like the Wulong Cha X more now on the dry down. But for me, I still think that Fanny Flam's X would be my favorite.
Really?
From the line.
Interesting.
Yeah, but not by much compared to the Wulong Cha. But it's different. Like Fanny Flam's X, I smell the Wulong Cha and then I smell this one right after it, and it smells different. It biased my nose, and find it a bit more interesting. I mean, Hacivat X and Wulong Cha are like for me the best easy from the four we have smelled so far, and I still think that Hacivat is a little bit better to my nose.
Paradoxically, again, I kind of respect the direct approach of Tuberoza X. It's like it knows what it is, you know?
Yeah, totally.
My
It's
top
not
two would be the Tuberoza X and the Fan Your Flames X so far.
Tuberoza X is really not trying to do anything special. They know exactly what it is. It's like a simple bubble bath scent, and it smells interesting. Again, it's super feminine. I would never wear it, but I respect it.
Yeah.
All right. You guys ready to move on? These are the two bangers here.
I'm excited for these.
You guys familiar with Ani?
Big time.
I don't mind Ani. Mo hates it. Why do you hate it, by the way?
I do, guys. I do. The thing about it is that so it does this thing where it's there's got this citrusy herbal thing in the opening. Basically, I think when it dries down, it's pretty okay. Like it's fine, it's good, right? But I really despise the opening because all of these notes come at you at the same time, and they just clash to my nose. You have the vanilla, you have the aromatic stuff, you have the citruses, and it feels like I've sprayed two different perfumes on top of each other. I've layered this vanilla and a citrus. I just don't like that combination.
Wow, this is really unique. Like, compared to the other ones, this is super unique. Oh my God.
Man.
Smells completely different from the other ones, which is great. Right?
We're doing Ani right now?
Yeah, Ani X.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
I like this one, to be honest.
I don't mind that at all. Again, the bar was pretty low, but this is not bad. It's interesting, at least.
Luke, you remember you mentioned their sprayers being a problem?
They're shit.
They are absolutely shitty. And this is like an upgrade compared to the one I have. Like I was not able. I tried one. I was not able to spray at all, and I had to decant the sample into my.
John, try to take it apart. Just pull the sprayer off. Sometimes you pull it off and kind of put it back on, and it like declutters.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna have to break this. So it leaked on my hand.
Let's wait till John.
No, you guys start. I'm gonna have technical difficulties over here.
But seriously though, these freaking sprayers, sorry for the rant, but it's a freaking shame. These sprayers are just shit. I get it. Like, they're super cheap, probably. They look cheap as hell. But this style of sprayer, which a lot of fragrance houses use, it's like the worst first impression ever.
Yeah, I don't understand why people, well, the manufacturers keep producing that. I don't get it.
I don't know.
Well, you guys told me to do the dip.
I'm ready to go. This is medicinal. That's the first thing that I got. Very weird and herbal. Before, Mo said that it smelled like two perfumes stacked on top of each other. As soon as I put my nose on this, I immediately got that sensation. It felt like something green and sharp, just put on like a bit of vanilla. I don't mind the concept. I don't mind the idea of like two perfumes stacked. This is way more jarring than something like the original. The original had that vanilla, kind of like citrusy vanilla thing. It smelled more like a cake. It smelled more gourmand. The thing here does not smell gourmand at all. And it's very medicinal. It's reminding me of something specific. It has this like almost mentholated feeling. This is like I don't know what it is. You guys pinpointing it?
I got more citrus right off the bat. Like,
me too. More citrus
right off the bat than the original here.
I really zone into that mentholated thing. There's something green, which is really reminding me of something else, another perfume.
It's less vanillic for sure, and it's less gourmand.
Yes. It's less vanillic.
I still smell the green cake. Oh no, not the green, the citrusy cake or something like that, with a little bit of spice, maybe some vanilla that smooths it out. but I also have like this green spine almost that keeps it together. I quite like it, to be honest. I quite like it.
I don't mind it. It kind of, you know what it reminds me of? I know what it reminds me of. This smells a lot like Amos Outlands. Or rather, Outlands smells kind of like this. Obviously, Outlands has a lot more shit going on. Like there's a lot of the
I haven't
oud,
smelled
there's
this one.
more amber in the base. Even the top is much more dynamic, but it has the same sort of construction as Outlands. Well, I mean, no surprise, it's by Zerokian, so it's I think that this is exciting. It's not that bad. Mo.
Yeah, this one is throwing me off a little bit. So I don't know if you guys are familiar, but there is another Annie adjacent perfume from Nishane. At least I think it is. It's called Ambra Calabria, which basically has a sweet kind of
Yes.
ambery base, but it's like coriander and green herbal at the beginning. And this is kind of like if you have Ambra Calabria here and you have Annie here, this one is like a clone of like it's in the middle, like it's in the middle. It's got some green aspects, but to be honest with you, the greenness is settling down now. And I'm getting a lot more like a lemon drizzle cake thing. The greenness was very like the first thing I could capture is that green kind of herbally thing. But now it's kind of settling, and I'm getting more of like a moist lemon drizzle cake.
Now that you said that, you immediately brought me back to what I was thinking. This smells surprisingly close. It's like a more dense version, a more vanillic version of Zerj of Renaissance.
Yes.
It has the same weird, funky clashing of the citruses and the mint and something sweet in the bottom. This is like a denser, sweeter version of that. It's like a more bass prone version of Renaissance.
It's a nice departure from the original for sure. It's not redundant. I feel like this is the one of them that's basically not super redundant. If you had both, I feel like you'll be okay with there's some variety.
Well, what's your general impressions, John? You like it?
Yeah, I like its departure from original, but I still personally, just my own taste, would wear the original more than this. But I don't know. This will grow on me for sure. I feel like this is one of those ones that will grow on you.
I think that this is one of the ones that would smell really funky on my skin after a while. My skin doesn't do well with like this sort of combination. It just smells like rancid after a bit. At least Renaissance did. This one here might be a little bit more sweet, so it's a little bit more decisive towards the warmth, but it might smell really funky.
I like them. Yeah,
Luke?
these are.
It offers some depth that was lacking in a few of the other samples
Yeah.
that we tried today.
Has much more dynamics, this one here, than
Yes.
compared to the other ones. The other ones were really monotone. I don't mind it. Unfortunately, that Zerjov thing, that Zerjov Renaissance, kind of like killed it for me. Because once I understood what it was, I was like, all right, it's that. Mo, anything else to add?
I can't unsmell the Renaissance now since you said that.
Right.
Actually, because like every time I smell it, I'm like, this is Renaissance if the bush of mint / green citrusy stuff is further away and you're easy.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, that weird mentholated aspect was, I could really focus on that. Like in the start, it felt really weird. And now it's smelling more and more like, again, you have these two components, right? The vanilla amber thing and the mint citrusy bush. But when it's further away, you nailed it. I think it's good. It's not bad. But if I would have to go for something like this, because this is potent and heavy, I would just wear Outlands. Sorry.
Another one that is a little bit in the ballpark. I tried this one. I have a travel set. Is Siesta by Ramon Monegal. So if you guys like this one, I would strongly encourage you to seek like a decanter or sample of Siesta by Ramon Monegal.
I don't hate this. It's my favorite, I think. I don't know. Wait, let me smell the Wulong Cha again.
I like the departure from the original while still maintaining a loose kind of like touch with it, like the original, but it's different.
The original is much more like cakey, right? It smells more like a cake.
More straightforward. Yeah, more straightforward. Easy
like
to
lemon and vanilla.
Yeah, easier to figure out scent. Yeah, where the X actually is a departure into something new, something a little more. I mean, look at our conversation. We're kind of like finding all these different things out of it. It definitely is successful as an X, in my opinion.
I think that between the original and this, I probably would go to the original, just because this is still thick. It's not fresh. I would not categorize this as a fresh scent whatsoever. So if I have to go thick, I'd rather go with the actual thing, right? Like a little more of a lemon cake sort of thing. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. And I just picked up Wulong Cha X. And I really hate how they killed the fresh zinginess of the citruses on that with that musky shampoo thing. So I think that till now, my favorite is Honey X. All right. I'm ready to go for the next one.
Me too. This is my most excited one for sure. Personally.
This one here is definitely the most hyped one. I think I mentioned before, I'm not really sure if we were recording or not, but offline, definitely, that I have a sample of Hacivat X, which is not that bad.
Okay.
I'm already disappointed. I mean, yes and no.
Yeah, this smells like something that I've already smelled before.
Smells more old school than the original.
Really?
To me,
This
yeah.
to me smells insanely generic. They took the character from the original, that sharp, bitter citrus, with that very prominent oak moss or mossiness, and they just caked something on it, like a Jean-Paul Gaultier, once again.
This is like Aaron Terence Hughes did it, inspired by Aventus Cologne kind of thing. He's got that JPG Aaron Terence Hughes texture slash
Yeah. The texture is there, definitely that, yeah.
Yeah, I totally get like the Uber designer kind of vibe.
This is to me it's super clear that with this they're trying to make Hacivat more appealing to like a younger audience, because Hacivat could come off as a little bit stuffy, like in the base, and this completely removes that mossiness. This is not even Hacivat anymore.
It is different.
The pineapple kind of smells a bit like it's a bit too ripe, you know, like it's gone a bit off. Like
Oh, I forgot there was pineapple in here. You're right.
You get that, but it smells like it's, you know, have you ever left a pine? You know, when you buy a pineapple, right? You wait for it to ripen.
Yeah.
And then a pineapple is such a commitment. You have to, like, if you buy a whole pineapple, you have to like peel it and then you just delay it because you're like, I'm not in the mood for making all this kind of mess. And then it goes off.
It's way less Aventus-like than the original, though. It's like away from Aventus in my
opinion. I'm not super familiar with Aventus, but this has zero Aventus to my knowledge.
Doesn't have that bursty, juicy thing.
Yeah, I have to be honest. This one is just bad to me. I have to be completely honest, guys.
The original's superior, in my opinion.
John, tell us a little bit more about the differences here.
So the original has this burst, this like really identifiable like personality. I'd say the original is a little more fun. It's more fun. It's got more pop to it, like a distinct, it's juicy citrus thing. It has this little tiny bit of smokiness and this more green mossy thing going on, but not in a dark way. And I feel like the X took the mossy thing and like toned it down or like grayed it out, fluffed it a little bit. It's not as sharp as the original. The original a little more sharp, a little more biting, a little bit more invigorating. This one loses that invigorating component. Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, we lost him.
Yeah, I agree with you guys.
I think that this one here on skin would probably pull out a little bit more of that base. It's getting more and more mossy.
There's something from Beaufort that I smelled that there's an ingredient.
Right? It's like this weird smokiness, right? It has this burntness.
Yep,
that's kind of
that's
emerging from the base.
definitely in that sample set that I tried, the Beaufort one. There's something in there that's in this too.
The smokiness is like Aventus smoke, which is just a bit of birch tar. I don't think it's like smoke like white smoke, black smoke, incense smoke. This is like a slight, you know how Aventus is smoky? This is like more of a smoky, which by the way is very desirable when you're making an Aventus clone, is to be like, this is smoky, because that's the good batch. The good batch of Aventus is just smoky.
Really?
Like a resinous smoke.
So this is
I thought the good batch of Aventus was the pineapple one, because then it started becoming kind of like citrusy.
so there's the pineapple-y one, and then there is the smoky one. The smoky one is the most desirable and most expensive. I prefer the more sweeter pineapple-y ones. Maybe I'm just a child at heart, but the real, fans are spending thousands on this smoky batch.
All right. I don't think we have anything to add. I'm not a fan of this. So here's what we're gonna do. Instead of going over the scents again for the dry down, we're each gonna pick one and spray it on skin and talk about how it might differ from paper to skin, because I have a feeling that some of these will completely change, and I have a feeling that Hacivat X will be one of those for whatever reason.
I'll be the guinea pig. I'll do
No. Choose your favorite.
Oh, choose my favorite.
Yeah,
Man,
choose
that's
your
hard.
favorite, John. Yeah, you get first picks.
My favorite. I think the Ani X is my favorite.
All right,
I know.
go with the Ani X.
I'm gonna go with that. I'll wear that.
Luke, what do you want to go with?
I'd like to go with the Vanille Flames.
Great, because I didn't want that.
That's a fun one though. It's very fun.
It might develop a lot on skin, I have a feeling that it might have a little bit more woodiness. Mo?
Oh, I can't even spray my Ani X. I gotta like pour it on myself.
It's like pick your least favorite enemy. I really
Which one do you want to put on skin?
Skin, based on the fact that it's nighttime. I'm gonna go for Wulong Cha X.
All right, so I guess I'm stuck with Hacivat. I'll go Hacivat because I feel that Tuberoza X will be pretty similar, just kind of like more intense. So I'm curious if Hacivat X, which is arguably almost my least favorite. No, I think my least favorite by far is the 100 Silent Ways, and I think that's fairly unanimous.
Daniel, same. Each. I can do 100 Silent Ways. You do Tuberoza as well. I've got two hands, so I don't mind.
All right.
I think Fan Your Flames was a fun one too, actually. I think that one's pretty distinct.
Do we give them all skin time? I'm happy to double up. I'll do one hand Wulong Cha X, one hand 100 Silent.
Yeah.
I just poured the Ani all over my arms and hands, so I'm committed.
You're really committed.
I mean, I can't spray it. It broke, so,
All right. Who's want to go? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah. So what did you spray again? Ani X?
Yeah, I couldn't spray it because the thing was broken.
You poured it.
I've got a nice pour on both.
What are the differences between the paper and the...
Yeah, there's definitely a difference for sure. I prefer the paper. Isn't that crazy?
So wait, the Ani X, you prefer the paper?
Yeah, it's crazy. Huh.
Wow. Way big difference for the Hacivat X.
Yeah, me
really?
too.
I would like to hear about that.
Oh my god, even the Wulong Cha X is really, really different. So just John, give us a little bit more detail here.
For me, the spices, there's a spiciness that's coming out on the Ani X that's not happening on the strip. And the strip has more dimensionality where off of my skin, I guess the heat's just like blasting off. I'm not really getting vanilla that much. It's like the vanilla toned back on skin. And they get more spicy. I get more. There's almost like Christmas spices in this. Like, you know what I mean? That spicy Christmassy thing almost going on. It's interesting. I'd still prefer the original.
Okay.
And I like the strip more.
All right. Let me just get my Hacivat X thing out. I don't like it on skin. It's different. It's way different, and it's way less designery. It's way more smoky. Like that birch thing is so prominent, and I feel that it doesn't fit at all. It's just like it's like this smooth thing, and then there's like the birch just sticking out like a lone tree. And it smells even more like those Beauforts.
Yeah. I thought of that immediately.
Oh my God, it has the same weird kind of like green wood, which is smoky and burnt, you know? It has that green piercing burntness. I don't like that smell specifically. It's not a note that I like. I'm very sensitive to that, and I'm not a fan. This smells a lot more like that. And I'm
Wow.
getting way less of that shampoo wishy-washy thing in the top. It's being covered by the base. The base is coming out a lot more. I'm not saying it's oak mossy because it's not. It's just kind of weird burnt. It's like a shampoo, citrusy shampoo thing at top with this weird burnt smoky thing on the bottom. I'm not really sure if I like it more on paper. I just dislike them both for different ways. The paper one is super generic, and the one on skin has this weird burnt thing that, in my opinion, it just doesn't fit the scent profile. Mo.
So I've got two different ones on skin. Let's start off with 100 Silent Ways. Everyone's probably least favorite one, but I'll take one for the team. Smells like Aaron Terence Hughes hard candy, or whatever it's called. On skin, it reminds me of that. I actually blind bought that earlier on, and it was one of the quickest sales I made. It's less sweet, vanillic, and feminine on my skin. It's become more of that JPG clubbing scent / Aaron Terence Hughes clubbing scent rather than that feminine vanilla cupcakey thing. So it's less feminine for sure than on paper. I've also got Wulong Cha X on the other hand. That one is a lot less floral and more green on my skin. I'm not getting as much of that jasmine white floral thing. I'm getting more of those green. It's like a green tea leaf, like a yarn brood,
Yeah.
like a tea plant. So it's very green. Off the bat, I prefer the original, but this is not as Wulong Cha X is better on skin for me because it's not as white floral feminine.
Mhm.
It's a lot
But
more.
on skin to me, the Wulong Cha completely loses the citruses. It's like green, as you said. I completely agree. It's like this green tea leaf, and with a little bit of florals in the background, but the citruses are basically gone. It has no effervescence. It has none of that bubbliness. I really like the citruses in that, specifically in the opening. That mandarin, that clementine, I liked it a lot, and it was a big focus for me. And on skin, I barely get any. It's like trace. It feels like a dry down of sorts. Luke.
For me as well, the Vanille Flames X is really different from
Really?
the paper. Yes, yeah, really. And it's the on the opening was way more smoky, like in the way like Hacivat X is like really really smoky. This Okmos is really present, and I completely lost the sweet gourmand side of the fragrance. For me, it was really like really metallic, quite harsh, really different from what I smelled actually from on the paper. I'm quite impressed at the difference that I'm able to smell. And now the smoky side is starting to tone down a little bit, and it's a bit more approachable and a bit more sweeter, which is quite pleasant, but a little bit less interesting, but still way more three-dimensional than on the paper. That's without a doubt.
So you like it better on skin?
Yes, totally. I really like
I need to
it
try that. Let me see if I have some skin left. This is going to be a weird night.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Very, very potent here.
The Ani X is way less now that it's drying a little bit with the heat of my body. Way less of a story than when it was on the paper. Like we got so much out of the paper, but I really get way less out of the skin.
I completely agree with the Fan Your Flames. It's like really different. It's also like I rediscovered that booziness. There's a lot more boozy in the opening.
It's interesting because when I went into this, I had like notions based on prior experience, which ones I would like. And it's the opposite of what my expectations were. My two favorite, which I won't reveal yet, are not the ones. They're the ones I hated. I think before, like I just did not. It's crazy how it just switched on me. I
Pioneer
don't know.
Flames X is I also way prefer it on skin, and I still prefer the original though because it has a little bit more character. It's more fun. It's more like cartoon pirate thing. This is like a more approachable version of that. It's better than on paper because on paper that coconut creamy sunscreen thing was super prominent,
I like the original a little more.
and my skin is completely killing that coconut, and it's bringing out more of those woods and that booziness.
It's definitely smoother than the original for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt left out. I've just sprayed a bunch more on skin too because I was like, what the hell's going on? Luckily, I've got them towards the back end of my arms and hands so I can wash it off. Pioneer Flames X is giving me like, it's definitely boozy. It's like the coconut is like not as fresh. It's more like toasted coconut.
Yeah.
It's like you.
It's not the cream anymore. It's like the almost a husk, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely better, that's for sure. It's still quite designery though, in the amberwoods kind of.
Yeah. It has a lot of that amber woods feel. Yeah, it has that glow, that weird synthetic glow. All right, this video is going really long, so let's just call it. Let's go for a very quick round of like general impressions on the set and our favorite. John.
Sure.
You start.
So I got to compare them all. I'd say that this was a really fun experience, and that's really where I'd rank this as fun. It's really not like to me, a very serious thing. It's just like a fun thing to do to try to compare them. But during this little journey, I have to say the two that I didn't expect to like, I like the most. I did not like Fan Your Flames original up until this point, and now having like smelled them all, I like both the X and the original now, and I did not expect that. And the Tuberoza, I had no idea. Like by the end of this video, I love that Tuberoza one now. I just really like it. I thought I was gonna love the Ani X, and I thought I was gonna love the Hacivat X, and they're like bottom rung for me, along with 100 Silent Ways. I'd say I would never need to sample that one again, either one. So I'd say that this was a fun experience. The money that it was worth putting it together, super worth the experience, and I would do it again, something like this again, sure. Yeah, I think as the X's go compared to the originals, it's a toss-up, and I don't see the theme. I don't personally see the theme. Some of them were a step back. Some of them were so similar. I don't know. There's just so many different experiences with it. So I'll just pass it off to Luke if he's ready.
Yeah, I am. So it was a fun experience, and I really enjoyed doing that. And I still think that Pioneer Flames is my favorite of the bunch we've tried. But I have to say that I'm quite impressed at the difference between the paper and the skin experience. So it makes me want to re-go through all of them, not like like all at once, but maybe something a bit more structured, spaced out. Because I'm curious, like because I built a representation that might not be exactly what the sense will be. So this is very interesting in that regard, the separation between the paper experience and the on-skin experience. I think the house is a bit all over the place. It doesn't have like maybe not something as big as a theme, but a personality. I don't know what they are going for. I liked some aspect of them. Sometimes they go for a more like designer plus aspects of the smell, like we mentioned the aero Terrence tubes. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they are doing that as well as they could. Say that.
Like undecisive. They're not really leaning into it, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're a bit like in between, and like this jack of all trades, master of none. That's a bit like the feeling that I have.
Like it lacks a definable identity. Like Yeah, if you smelled these in the air, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, that's a Nishane."
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Just
completely
wouldn't
agree with
happen.
that. Yeah,
Like it just wouldn't happen.
Exactly.
Mo.
Yeah, I mean, overall, the Nishane X collection has been a thorough disappointment as products for sure. Okay. From the ones that I've smelled in the regular line, I prefer pretty much all of the regular line over the X. Arnie, I might prefer the X a bit more, but I mean,
You hated the original, so
it was not exactly a low bar to beat. I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed sampling with you guys.
that yes, I agree.
And you pick up on different things, and it's way more fun than doing it just on camera,
Oh yeah,
some as usual.
I would have hated sampling the set alone on camera. My opinions is that the whole X line is completely freaking unnecessary for Nishane. It was like an unnecessary release. They were trying to milk I guess their bestsellers. And overall, in my opinion, these come off as like a weird designer version of the originals. Again, they're like polluted by designer intentionality, in my opinion. They're trying to like make them more mass appealing. Ultimately, that's my general opinion. Compared to the originals, at least the ones I know, they're all just more mass appealing. And I bet that even something like Tuberoza, compared to the X, is much more furry. It's much more of that furry flower there, that heavy flower. And I think that they try to make it much more bubble bathy. Um, Not my favorite. Can't lie. Can't really hide it. This set was a little bit underwhelming. None of the fragrances really stood out to me. I think that my favorite is probably Fan Your Flames X on skin, specifically, because I hated it on paper. It's completely different, and I applaud at least that. Hacivat X was a major disappointment. I was really hoping it would be interesting, but not. Wulong Cha X was kind of cool on paper, but again, fairly generic, and on skin, it just went boring as hell. It's green, it's 100 Silent Ways is like super boring overall. I really haven't sprayed it on skin, so I'm not going to comment. Tuberoza, paradoxically, I kind of agree with John. At least Tuberoza knows what it is. It does that. It's much more decisive than the other ones. The other ones are kind of like in this weird limbo area trying to please everyone. Tuberoza is like, no, I'm a bubble bath vent and I do it well, you know?
I like that one
I would
too.
never pay $200 for a bubble bath vent, but you know? So yeah, ultimately, obviously super fun sampling with you guys, and we can definitely be doing it more. The choice on the X, if you're wondering, if you're like, you guys hate it, why did you even choose this? It was mostly price and logistics. Would I love to get an Arijoladore set for all of us? Sure. It's just not going to happen. All right. Thanks, guys. This is a super long video, and always appreciated. Next time, I think that we're going to go for more conversational things just to break it up, but we're definitely going to bring more discovery sets, sampling it together, maybe even a collective review. We've been talking about it. We'll see what happens. Thanks so much. Thank you, guys. Comment down below. Yes, let us know which of the fragrances you would want us to sample, which discovery set. If you have any great idea for a really cheap, fun discovery set, by all means, shoot it down in the comments below. And if you have any weird fragrance that you want us to tackle, again, it has to be relatively easy to get a sample of. And yeah, attainable. Attainability and general sustainability are the key features here. All right, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.